And good evening. I know that this light is a little bright, but
good gosh, you may need
we'll
to turn it
get through
down.
that. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before I went on. That it lights me up. We'll get all this figured out in the days coming of what's happening. That's actually a computer screen that is way bright, but if I put it on dark mode, I can't read it. So we're going to get through a storm and make sure everybody's okay and worry about what the light and all looks like a little bit later. One of the biggest questions that we're getting asked now is when is it going to be bad in the Meridian area? There's a lot going on statewide, and we're going to look at all that and give an overview. We have had damage toward Kosciuszko. And you're right, Susie, you mentioned about Collins, Mississippi. I just got word of that. There's a thunderstorm that is capable at this point of producing a tornado near Covington, down in the Collins area, toward Laurel. At 5:49, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Collins. It's moving to the northeast at 30 miles an hour. So we watch that very carefully. There's been a lot of bad weather coming into the state. Now, back to the question about the Meridian area. Meridian is going to see this kind of late. This is not one of these that's going to be here in the next 30 minutes. We're going to get a little rain here and there. But somewhere around 9:30, 9:45, out to our west, we want to start paying attention as this will slowly start moving in from the Jackson area. Somewhere around 7:20, lower Newton County, southern Newton County, we have a small shower there in the northern portion of Jasper County. That's not going to be the bad one. That's just going to be some rain move through, and it will make its way through Lauderdale County 7:44, 7:45 tonight and make its way on out. Kemper County will get a big rain about 8:30 about then. Then out to our west, this storm comes from Jackson. It will make its way into Jackson about 9 o'clock. And then somewhere right around 10 o'clock, it will start making its way into Newton County. It's huge, bringing a lot of downpour with it. As it comes across somewhere around 10:30, it's fully into Newton County and starts moving into the northern portion of Lauderdale County right at 11 o'clock, right along in there. By 11:30, all of the West Lauderdale area from the Meridian Airport back is going to be under torrential weather. It's going to be heavy, heavy rain. Now, can we tell you that it's going to be tornadic? No, but we do know that it is bad. This is a Mother Nature thing that's going to come and go. We're going to be here throughout these evening hours to watch all of this. And as we near midnight, right at the stroke of midnight, it will be over most of Newton County. You won't be able to open a door in any portion of the county at 11:45 to midnight. Is going to be everywhere. Kemper County the same way. Portions of Neshoba County are going to have heavy rain. It doesn't look as bad for our friends to the south of us in Clark County. This is going to be pretty much north of Jasper County, north of Clark County, northward, and then cut across into Alabama is what we're looking at. That's what we're going to see over the next little bit. So it's one of those when you're about half asleep. Make sure that you've got your warnings turned on to where you can watch, where it'll notify you if we go live to let you know what happens. We don't want anyone hurt with any of this as this storm makes its way across here. Let's go to Meridian Honda radar and pull this up tonight so you can see what we're looking at that is going across the state. All of this later is going to be coming this way from Monroe. You see all of that? It's going to be coming this way across here. Now, this is what we were watching here a few moments ago. Madison, we never did figure out how to turn on the big screen over there to where I can read that other. We did
not.
Yeah. We got something hooked up to where it's easy to read, and I don't know how to use it yet. Isn't that bad?
It just doesn't want to turn on right now. For some reason, everything today with technology is not the best right now, and I don't know why.
Our technology, and I got rid of that pink shirt I was wearing earlier because I got to thinking that's what my issue was. So I wouldn't change shirts.
Bad luck?
All right, we now have a tornado warning here for our friends that are in the Laurel area. You need to take cover. Let's take a look here, and we'll look around and talk some more about what all is going on. Our tornado warning has just been issued for northeastern Covington and northern Jones County until 6:45. That's 46 more minutes remaining on this. It's located near Collins, as we spoke about a moment ago. Very, very serious storm as we look at this. It can do damage to winds. Now let's go in here and look at and just see how big this thing is. We're showing shear winds involved in this. 58 mile an hour shear winds included with this storm. As we look at this, this is on a scale of 1 to 10. This is coming in at a 6.9. When we start getting over 7, and there's nothing in the world that says you can't have a tornado touchdown below a 7, but I have seen in my experience of this, the scales, when it jumps over a 7 is when it has more probability of touching the ground. Again, it doesn't mean that it can't do it before that. We just want you to be aware of everything that's going on as you look at this. Look at this shear wind there. And it's a bunch of it. It's moving across here. Now, here's areas that it's going to be affecting. If you live anywhere near Soso, it will be at you within 13 minutes if you're watching to the south of us. A town near named Amy will be there in 16 minutes, and Malshu will have this storm within 27 minutes. Now, if y'all will look at this, why is this so important? Our friends right here in Jasper County, this is coming directly toward that. This will make its way toward the Pachuta area later. We want to watch this storm as it moves northeasterly across here. Let's turn this on and watch this storm, how it's moving and tracking. You see how that's going? And that's going to go right through this area later. It will follow up with a storm through there. Now, it's Mother Nature. Things can die down, not be as bad. We certainly hope that happens, but all indications now are that this is coming here. Now, we're showing this report here, and let's zoom in on this. This is at Collins. Let's see what this says has happened there. Dime-size hail reported in that area. Also, we got another one here. Let's close this out where we can see our window to the world and other places. This is just due west of Seminary. We had quarter-size hail. Now, with this storm, we have been told all along that hail could be humongous in this red zone area that we're all in. And let's turn that back on where you can see, because this moved a little bit earlier, our storm prediction, as we look at this.
I was about to say, hell seems pretty odd at this time of year, but it's the winter, so it seems fitting instead of the summer where we constantly get tornadoes. This is weird. December?
Well, we do get them we have them twice a year in the spring, and then November and December we have that second round, and this is season 2 for the year of tornadic activity.
That don't seem right. It should be snowy and nice and cold and not
that's not
tornadoes.
Madison. This is what we've got on the outlook for the severe weather tonight. Now, let's turn this off and look at what we've got live right now as we go back to this. Tornado watch, Laurel. Y'all be ready on this area all down here. As we look out to our west of Jackson, this is moving in. Severe thunderstorm warnings all around Jackson right now. Let me see here. All in this area here, we got severe thunderstorm going on in that area. Kosciuszko. Now, we had reports that there was damage up in this area earlier. Let me see if I can find my notes of what was said about that earlier. I've got so many. Yeah, I know it. I'm glowing. I feel like Rudolph.
Other lights?
That's not doing it. It's definitely. Okay, we go back up to reports near Collins. I'm glancing here my notes. And I normally would have this on another screen to where it didn't interfere with anything, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let's see here. We had reports of the weather around Starkville is to the northwest of Starkville at this point, nothing to worry about. Fire rescue reports of a tornado at, let's see here, Jefferson Davis County. We're getting reports of debris in Jefferson Davis County, possible structure damage there. That's going to be to the south of the Meridian area there. We'll see Clay, Oktibbeha County, a confirmed tornado at 5:29. That was 30 minutes ago. Near the West Point area, up in that area there. Strong thunderstorm will impact northern Ashley County through 7 o'clock. I'm just glancing down through if anything. Lowndes County is, we have a cell moving into northwest Lowndes County also. Cycling may produce a tornado shortly. It's not one yet, but it could produce one in a little bit as we glance here. Making sure I hadn't missed anything. Choctaw County, Mississippi. They have trees down on a house, and that's what I was looking for. It was a confirmed tornado, and you ask, where is that? Let's pull this up. This is going to be west of Louisville is where this is, right here, where y'all can see this. This is Louisville right here. It's just to the northwest of there. Ackerman and these areas, they're around French Camp. We did have a tornado that was confirmed in that area earlier. So that's what we've got. Let's go back to radar and take a look at what all we have going on. All right. Neshoba County right now, Neshoba County looks fine. If we've got folks asking about that, nothing going on there. It's all on top of Kosciuszko. Let me pull this up where everybody can see here. Kosciuszko, back over in this area here, we had that tornadic activity. And this is quickly moving in on Kosciuszko if you're in that area, which is just north of here. As we look at this, that rating of 4.5, we have got shear winds. Let me close all of this out. We'll show these shear winds that are moving in here around. That's 70 mile an hour shear wind, 68.8 is what we've got right there in the pile of that. And we've got a separate one right there that we're looking at. 92 mile an hour shear winds with this. Now, whether or not that is actual winds or a tornado touches down, but it's showing that this is moving across. If you'll see the city limits of Kosciuszko right here, this is going to zip just below the city limits right there. Cut across Highway 43 in that area. Y'all be careful. A lot of times with this, that wind stays up in the air and does not touch down, but it can touch down at any given time. And as I pointed out this morning when we were doing radar, just about every time that we show this comes up on a radar, we do have damage of some form. So if you're in the Louisville area, y'all be ready. This is coming toward you as it comes out of Kosciuszko and comes right across this county line from Attala County into Winston County. Y'all be prepared for this. It's coming. Now let's move up. Another area that is near and dear to everybody's heart is so many people have children and people that live in the Starkville area. If you'll look at this northern portion, downtown Starkville is fine. There's a storm in the northeast corner of Oktibbeha County right now. It's moving into the Lowndes County area. Is what we expect for a tornado warning to be issued there. Now, this is a serious storm, as this on that scale of 1 to 10 is already rated at an 8. As we look at this, we have shear winds of 58 on the front end of it, and right at the eye of it, we're showing 81 miles an hour shear winds with this as it comes across Highway 45 and makes its way right into here. Just north of Columbus. So if you live in the Columbus area, and let's look at this. This is 45 alternate. Right in here, if you live in this area here, take cover. This tornado is on you right along in here. It's almost there at crossing over where 12 is, where you'd go to Starkville. It's just due north of that intersection. I've missed that intersection, I can't tell you how many times, and had to turn around and go back up and get back on this. That is where this tornado is coming across at this time as we look at this. Yeah. We have a second one due north of there as we go on up here. A second storm that we're looking at that's cutting across. It having, this is on that scale of 1 to 10. It's at an 8. Also very serious as it will come into Lowndes County. We want y'all to be careful if you're watching there. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people that have family that live in that area. We will get to the Lawrence Scott County area here in a little bit.
Mandy said there's a home destroyed in Choctaw County near Matheson in
Mathis, Mississippi.
Euphoria? How do you say that?
Yeah, Newporia. I believe that's how you put it. This is that North Mississippi area. And again, as we look at all of this, we want you to keep prayers, because that is what keeps us all safe. It is amazing how things like this happen, and it can pick up a home and destroy it and not hurt people. Prayer helps us. We do need that tonight during this, and we want you to exercise that as much as you can. Now, if you look at this is pretty rough here, moving into Lowndes County right now, as we've got really 4 different cells back here where we were looking at this on top of Highway 45, and we move across now and look at this. We got 58 mile an hour shear winds here. This one has 58 also. That's so close you can't do it. Now, this is actually over rural routes as we get into this at this point. This is going to be on Charlie Shelton Road. If you live in that area, Charlie Shelton Road, y'all need to take cover immediately. if you're up here in West Point, just southeast of West Point. Be careful there. We even got some action going over here that's moved out into Alabama. We've got up here in the northwest corner of the Mississippi moving into the Cleveland area. A lot of activity, storms in this area. Now, let's go back down here to the Vicksburg. Now, look at this right here. This is what's coming into Mississippi, and all of this will make its way across here through Philadelphia and this areas here later. We've got a tornado warning that has been issued here to Louisiana. What we have at 6:09, which was 60 seconds ago, a tornado was reported near Columbia, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour, damaging tornado. Ping pong size hail. That's pretty big ping pong. That will not feel good. Now, also, as we watch this, if you're anywhere in this East Mississippi area and you've got a new car, I urge you now to go put it under a carport somewhere.
Somewhere that's not in any place.
Because it will get damaged, and it's never the same. It's better, you don't want your life taken over a vehicle, but if you can, while you've got time before it gets bad, go ahead and get that taken care of. Now, again, this is making its way toward Vicksburg. This is due south. This is I-20 right here, if you're looking at that. That's I-20. It's due south of that. There's Delhi, Louisiana. As you look at the track of this storm, there's the air there going through Winnsboro. It will make its way into the state of Mississippi before long. Now, we do have thunderstorm warnings that are back here already at Vicksburg, the big black. I couldn't say that right. I got tongue twisted on it, tongue-tied. You know what I'm trying to say.
You should do tongue twisters, see how well you can do.
Not too good tonight.
Like that Sally seashell by the seashore or something? What was it?
Yeah, I can't do that, Madison.
Sally sells seashells at the seashore.
Yeah, you're really going to get tongue twisted here in a minute.
I'm dyslexic. I can't speak anyway.
We got all of this going on here, and again, this will move this way. We've got another thunderstorm here just due south of Jackson. This is going to make its way toward Morton. Anybody watching here west of the Meridian area, this back over here near Morton, y'all be prepared. There's a storm building here. This right here at Taylorsville, anybody watching in this area as we watch this, and again, Clark County, as you'll see here, this is coming across and we'll head toward Enterprise Stonewall. Now, this is, let me turn this on. This is 30 minutes from now right here. So we're looking at 45 minutes to an hour before this reaches the Stonewall area. Now, this is Mother Nature. I cannot guarantee you that this storm will hold together that entire time as it makes its way toward Enterprise. But we want to be on the precautionary side of everything. And I'm trying to think of the proper word to say it this way, but think the worst and you come out better. Prepare for the worst, and then anything better is great. So we want you to be prepared, have a safe place tonight where you're going to. Most of these storms are going to be making their way. It's going to be midnight. We're going to have press conferences with you for several. You will see several times see me tonight. And it's, again, all about the safety of everyone and what we get. And the closer to midnight, again, Lauderdale County, Newton County, y'all need to pay attention and be aware of what's going on all around you. This up here, we got two areas that are, this has calmed down a little bit. We've got this tornado warning. It has shrunk in size here. It is moving into the Jasper County area. We move right here around Kosciuszko, and we want everybody from Ackerman to French Camp. If you live at French Camp, you're right on the fringe of this storm to the west of you, and it's going to move right through there as we see this make its way there. 7.4 is what the rating is on this, and let's zoom in on this. This is right on top of Kosciuszko. If you are in Kosciuszko right now, take shelter. This is on you. Let's look at this as we have right there over Kosciuszko now, 92-mile-an-hour shear winds. And again, it doesn't mean that those winds are on the ground, but it does mean that any given time it could touch down and do damage. We truly want you to be safe. Look at this. This is 3 different areas. Let's look at this one on the back side of this. It's running at 70 miles an hour. The heart of this storm at 92, and this end of it is also running at 92 miles an hour. So we've got 2 different cells making its way right across Highway 14 and also Highway 35 through the Kosciuszko area. Y'all look at this now. Let me turn the shaded area off where we can see this a little bit better. and look at these roads. Here's downtown Kosciuszko. It is heading straight for that area across here. Here's 735. This is West Jefferson Street, West South Street as we come across here. The Kosciuszko Middle Elementary School. It's going to come right through that area as it crosses town. Sunflower Grocery Store. Y'all be prepared. It's headed towards you. Now, just to the northwest on the other end of town, we've got this storm here that is tracking along. And again, it has those 92-mile-an-hour shear winds. This is going to cross Highway 19 where that split is. Been through there many times. And cross Highway 35. This will make its way right on up through here. You see the length of these storms of where it's headed. There's Ethel, Mississippi, if you live in that area. McCool, French Camp, right in the dead eye of the storm as it makes its way. That is the way this is moving here. Now, again, all of this area is going to get more rounds of these storms tonight as they come across. This is not any shape, form, or way over. Let me go back here and just see if the state, if the National Weather Service has done any changes to their prediction. Let's pull up their page and see what they're predicting. And it has not changed. Let me go back here where y'all can see this. This is the National Weather Service of what they're still telling us. Significant weather event, and that's what we're going through right now. Now, if you live east of Forest back toward this way, could be in the air until 6 a.m. Back to Jackson from Scott County, we're looking at it stopping at around 3 a.m. We will learn more and more about this storm as this night progresses. It's going to be a long one, without a doubt.
I'd rather it not stay until 6 a.m.
I'm with you there. We do have a tornado warning that has been issued, Covington County, as we look at this. Let me get rid of that where I can read a little bit. Highway 47 and Highway 50 trees down in Clay County. That's being reported by the Sheriff's Department. It's 6:16. That just got put out. Radar indicated hail, 1-inch size hail for Jasper County. Jasper, that's what we've been watching here coming out of the area Laurel, down in that area. 1-inch size hail. Thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is near Hebron, or 7 miles southwest of Stringer, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. We need to pay attention to that. They have not released a tornado warning, but we are looking at the possibility of one being issued here in the next little bit. We want you to be heads up in that area of Jasper County, then followed by Clark County as we look at this. We had a tornado that was located over Waverly or near Columbus Air Force Base 4 minutes ago, moving to the east at 35 miles an hour as I look at my notes of what's coming in the different areas around. All right, let's go back and pull up radar here and take a look at what we're showing now on radar. And let's pull that back up. Now, as you see here, the Meridian area right now, not much going on. We do now have a tornado warning that has been issued for Jasper County. We thought there would be, and now it is. Let's click on this and see what the National Weather Service tells us. This is until 7:15, southern Jasper County until 7:15. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was near Hebron, as we were talking a moment ago, and it has turned into a tornado warning. It's moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. It does have quarter-size hail in this. This will be at Stringer around 6:25. It will reach Moss around 6:30, Vernon around 6:40, Paulding around 7, and then as we move across into the orange area, they're right around 7:15. I want everybody to take this serious. Do you have a weather plan? I've talked about this times before, and your safety, it doesn't matter. Let me just say, safety is the utmost thing here. If you've got those hard sole shoes, put those on. Sleep in them. It's not going to hurt to sleep in your blue jeans and a pair of shoes. Curl up. It'll be okay. If you've got it in your home, keep you a helmet handy to where you can put on to protect your head. Most of the deaths that occur from a tornado is when somebody is thrown and their head hits something on impact. We don't want you to be a victim tonight. If your home were to be destroyed, you'd be able to walk with hard sole shoes on and watch electrical wires. The odds of losing power are strong. As a matter of fact, let me go here and pull up. Let's just look at what we've got in the state of Mississippi now that has lost power. I got a button over here, power outages. And
oh my gosh, you can see your face again.
Yeah, there it is. All right, let's go back here and look and see what we've got in the state of Mississippi and pull this up. Power outages. Let's go here. I need to shrink this down again. This is getting outrageous. My computer has decided.
No, you said you couldn't see anything, so it helped you out. You know?
Yeah, it did. The state of Mississippi. Let's look at what we've got now. Currently, 1,368 people in the state of Mississippi are without power. Right here, Jefferson Davis County, where we had pointed out earlier that possible damage in that area, and that's a bunch there, showing the most there. Covington County, well, actually, let's see here, Jefferson Davis, 544 people without power. As we look at Lauderdale, absolutely nothing. As we get up here in Webster County, 41 people. We've got 101 out in Choctaw County, where we did have reports of damage there. As we move over to Yazoo, 26 people without power. Up in the Delta, Bolivar County, 200 people. And it just kind of comes and goes. This Lowndes County, we've got 39 people where we've been watching this over Columbus Air Force Base. So apparently everything is good. There's no major outages there in Lowndes County. It's kind of how you can track things of where a storm has really been, is when it starts popping off major. Now let's go back and look at this. Louisiana, they've got 3,500 people without power. This is where a lot of this storm has built and come across from. We look at Alabama at this point, about 1,149 people without power. Now again, this is going to change. We will have power outages into the nighttime hour. So be prepared for this. Is your generator running? Is it ready? You got just a little bit if you live in this area, Newton County, Meridian, Kemper County, these areas here around Neshoba County, to make sure you got it. You go run and get you some gas if you need some to put in that. The odds are, with these heavy winds that are going around, that we will have power outages. Now, I need to hit another button and see if I can find this. I want to show you what our winds are. Let me find that. Here we go. This is
kind of crazy all day.
It has been. Now, this is our gust. Sugarlock, y'all are clocking in at 29 miles an hour. Louisville, 29 mile an hour gust. We come across here, Macon, Mississippi, 29. Let's move into Kemper County here and take a look at what's going on there. As we make it to Scuba, we got about 27 mile an hour shear winds, and we go out to Giles, right there at the state line at 26. Geiger, y'all got 26. As we come across from Scuba to DeKalb, we're looking at about 25 miles an hour, and you go up 39. The further you go toward Noxubee County, it gets a little higher there. As you move out of here and you go over to this area toward Louisville, and these areas here, Louisville has 29 mile an hour winds. We come through Knox, Pater. Again, this is gust is what we're looking at. This is not sustained winds. We come down to Philadelphia. Y'all roughly have 27 miles an hour, and that stretch in between there, look at that. In between Philadelphia and Kemper County, we're clocking some areas around 31 miles an hour of gust. What does that tell us? That most likely that the power will pop at some point from a tree limb swaying all of that area. Let's go down and look and see what we've got here in Lauderdale County. Meridian, roughly at 22, not as bad. As we go out to Msuba, about 20. Marion at 22 miles an hour. As we go out to Rodney, Why Not Motorsports Park, about 20. Let's get into the Enterprise area. 18, we've got 23. Stonewall, about 23. Downtown Quitman has about 23 mile an hour gust at this point. Pachuta, about the same. Now, as we get into Jasper County, in Heidelberg area here, and we're watching all of this, gusty. So expect at some point your power to blink and it become a problem. Let's go back and look at this of what we're showing on radar now. As we go back to Meridian Honda radar there, we watch this storm here very closely. Again, this tornado warning. Let's see if Sally wants to act right tonight. It's going to last roughly another 45 minutes on this storm. We'll come back and forth and let you know exactly what's going on with these tornado warnings tonight. as they get closer to the area. Bay Springs. Let's look at the towns that really need to pay attention here of what we've got going on across here. If you live anywhere near the Paulding Courthouse, y'all be prepared. Lake Edens, this is coming directly toward you. Now, again, as we put this in motion, that 30-minute line is right there. So we're looking at about 45 minutes to an hour here at the Clark County, Pachuta County line. Lake Edens, y'all be prepared for that. That's what we've got. Now, this storm, the eye of this is rated at of that 1 through 10. We're looking at a 6.8, right at the 7-degree mark. It hasn't made it there. Sheer wind rate in this is running about 58 miles an hour. All right, we got a second one that is just below the eye of the storm, running 58, and then right there in the storm, about the same amount, roughly 58 miles an hour. This is Highway 15. If you live near Highway 15, y'all be prepared where it crosses 533, this junction here, this fork, as we get in here to where County Road 8 in that joint at 533. Take shelter now. Anywhere in this area here that comes across Jasper County, we got a lot of lightning that's been popping up with this. That hit there 1 minute ago. Y'all see that? This one hit, what is that, 6 minutes ago here. But a lot of fresh lightning popping up with this in the last 5 minutes. We don't want anybody struck. Be careful, be careful, be careful. This.
You don't need another person being struck by lightning like last time.
No, we don't.
That was awful. But at least she is okay.
And she was, and it's not many people that can walk away from something like that without any injury. Taylorsville, there's a lot of storms around you right now. Heavy rain around Taylorsville. The eye of the storm is just north of there. That's going to cross 28 and cross Highway 37, right in there. No warning. Still, it's a lot of wind and rain coming through there. This is our concern right now here. Jasper County, y'all are under the gun right now. Again, as we look at this, not much going on in Clark County. Some light showers. Not really anything in Lauderdale County. Nothing going on in Newton County. A small shower here in northern Scott County up around Walnut Grove around the prison. A little bit of rain, and we'll see wrecks. Y'all know how this happens on Highway 19 between there and Meridian. Some showers. Now let's move back up here and just check on this. This area here near McCool, Ackerman. Y'all watch this. This is a serious storm. Ethel, look at the rain coming down there. Now let's look at this of what we've got going on here. Yeah. As we look at this particular one right here is a 7.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. As you look at this, and we'll zoom in, this is County Road 5205 is where this is crossing right now. Let me turn that off. The shear winds behind this, look at that. 91 mile an hour shear winds. Now this circle represents a 1 mile area that this could do some damage. Here's Ethel here. Let me back out and show you what we're looking at here. Here's the Louisville. This is going to be Atala County is what we're looking at. This is Winston. This is Atala County here to the northeast of Kosciuszko. We've got serious wind coming through here with this storm. The possibility that this could touch down at any time. I would expect trees in these areas here if you're anywhere near there. McCool, Mississippi. You've got a storm not far from you. This one has got shear winds also of 92 mile an hour winds with this storm also. This is Highway 12. This is French Camp. Ackerman, this storm is going to move out of the McCool area directly toward you. That's Highway 12 is where that's headed. This is Highway 15. This is one of the worst that we're showing here. This little area right here, due southeast of Ethel. This is going to be to the northwest of Noxapater at this point. We go back up here to Columbus, Mississippi, near Columbus Air Force Base. Let's look at that of what we've got going on here. We've got two different sails. This is Caledonia. This is a rating of a 7.7. This will be at Star in 18 minutes. Kingville within a half an hour. We have a second eye of this that's running at 58, not near what the storm is right here. Let's zoom in on this a little bit closer here where you can see where all this is. This in this area right here, it passed over the airport. We mentioned this area earlier. This is going to cross Mississippi 12. and then on into Alabama. Here's Caledonia. This will be to the south of Caledonia. Here's Highway 45, where it's already crossed. And again, it's going to cross 12, headed in this direction here into Alabama and cross Millport, Highway 17 in that area. Y'all already have a tornado warning as well there until 7:15, following that very closely. All right, let's back out here. Let me see if I've gotten any new notes that have been sent in. Let's see here. Local storm reports. Choctaw County, Mississippi. Train spotters. Thunderstorm wind damage. Trees down on the Natchez Trace Parkway blocking both directions just south of US 82, still in Webster County. So if you're going to be traveling on the Natchez Trace, that is blocked in both directions. As we said, we would have that. We just had this reports that we were just looking at there in Lowndes County, that tornado passed over Highway 45 in the air, didn't touch down, but it did cross over and is moving there toward Mississippi 12 if you're watching us in that area tonight. Tornado, as we go back up here, this was 3 minutes ago. Radar indicated hail 1-inch size in Lowndes County. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing, the tornado was located near Caledonia. We just talked about that. Just crossed over the Air Force Base. It was moving to the east at 35 miles an hour. As we go back up there around Kosciuszko, that storm moving northeast at 50 miles an hour, located 7 miles northeast of Smyrna. Again, that's up in that area. Have power outages near, and I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Mount Pillar on Highway 47, Windy Ridge Road, as we look at that. And I did pronounce that wrong. Clay County, again, trees down on Highway 47 and Highway 50 in Clay County. We've got a lot of trees down in that area. We are going to have a night of weather. This is nowhere near over. Let me check here and see what we've got going on. Some videos coming in. All right, let's see here.
So you think it's going to come in late at night around this area, like Lauderdale County area?
Yeah, Lauderdale County area is going to be that 11 to midnight time is when we're going to get this heavy downpouring rain. Millport, Alabama now has a tornado warning too, as I glanced across that. Let's go back to radar and let everybody see a bird's eye view of the state as we pull up Meridian Honda radar.
Why does it always have to be at night?
Don't like those, do you either?
No, I want to sleep. I don't want to stay up looking at the weather and worrying if it's going to come and get me. No, thank you.
It doesn't really want you, Madison. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you.
So why are we doing this? why are we having this? Was it the weird breakup between me and tornadoes?
Yeah.
Come back.
The state of Mississippi, as you glance at this as a whole, has 4 areas right now. We're looking down here in Jasper County. We're looking at Vicksburg. We're looking at around the Kosciuszko area there, and then also at Columbus Air Force Base. To look here, we see another tornado that is moving in near Greenville at the Delta area. We watch this here moving toward Vicksburg, another tornado warning that is developing there. So we've got weather that's going to move across the state. Let's put this in motion where everyone can take a look at what we've got going on. Y'all see that? Whatever's going on here is going to come straight across the state. This is what we've been watching here that will go through Clark and then eventually right into Lauderdale County. That'll be round 1. It's early, and we'll have more with this. Again, I want to remind you, this is Mother Nature. Everything at this point. And if you'll notice, the National Weather Service never really got on. Okay, this is going to start at 9 o'clock and will be over at 11 o'clock. The best they can tell everybody is we're pretty sure this is going to be over by 6 a.m. And the reason being is this is one of those storms that is just so hard to predict. It can form in the blink of an eye, and that is why we're looking at all of this. A very, very serious storm. This is not over. At one point today, I looked at it and I thought, oh, yeah. And then I got to studying it, and then I realized that it was going to be more to this than meets the eye. Let's look at this at Vicksburg. Let's look at these shear winds. Anybody in the Vicksburg area watching us tonight? Pay attention to this. Now, you do not have a warning, but that doesn't change the fact that you need to pay attention to these shear winds that are clocking in at 58 miles an hour. We have another one right there at Interstate 20 that's running at 69 miles an hour. Let's zoom in on this and show you exactly where this is over near Vicksburg and what's going on there. Here's 61 coming into 20 right there. Of course, here's the river bridge right here as you cross over it. We've all been over that once, twice, haven't we? This is going to be right here at the intersection coming up on it of 20 and 61. And then this will cut along and just follow 20 right along the edge of these shear winds here, and then cross 20 over here near Highway 82 and 27, and then go to the northeast of there. So if you're in Vicksburg, watch this. Now, south of Vicksburg, here's Delta, here's south of Vicksburg, right there, that 58 mile an hour shear winds. This is Highway 61. This is going to be just out to the east of there as we come along, and this is going to be Grace, I believe, Grange Hall Road is where that is. It's sitting right on top of this road. And this is moving to the northeast, and this is going to follow along on Fisher Terry Road. So if you live in that area, you're near Vicksburg, pay close attention tonight. We want your safety the utmost. Bolton, Mississippi, getting some showers as we move right on across here. Here's Bolton, Madison, Ridgeland area, Clinton, a thunderstorm warning in effect right now, and that's going to last until 7:15. Due north of Morton, look at that. Pelahatchie out to our west of Meridian. We got a lot of rain coming in on that. As we move this will be at Rock Hill within 7 minutes and reach Pelahatchie within about 22 minutes. Here it sits here just to the east of Florence, making its way toward Morton. It will be there in a little bit. And as you'll see here, we got a thunderstorm warning that's occurring right here near Beach, Mississippi, and that will make its way right on across here to the Philadelphia area. That's happening. This is a rundown of what we've got right now. More to follow on this. All right. Let's go back up here. We've been talking about Louisville and what was going on over here. Louisville, you are now under a tornado warning. Let's show this. That one, as we were looking out to our west, just come about here. Now let's look at where this storm is and where it is. This is just due north. This is still in Itala County. So if you live in Winston County, we need you to pay attention as it comes across here. The jail. Right, y'all see that? Here's Winston Academy. It's headed in that direction. We have roughly 69 mile an hour winds. Now this is, as we do that scale again of a 1 to 10, we're sitting at a 7.5 is what we've got, is where we're coming across here. Let's look at this. This front one is already into Winston County. This is running at 69 miles an hour. It is a 1 mile wide storm. Serious one. Now, right here, here's your watched area. This is going to be at J&S Food Store right around here as it comes into Winston County. It will cut across. This is Highway 14 is where this is. This runs right over the county line if you live anywhere near Bethel Baptist Church. Y'all know where that is there in Winston County? It's going to be, the line is right there, and northward doesn't quite make it to Ackerman. But if you live anywhere in this area, right along in here, downtown Louisville, down to where Shiloh Baptist Church is, y'all take cover and be prepared for this. Now, again, I do see this as you look at radar. This is hovering. We watch this right here. This could cause damage back down in here. But for the most part, it's hovering just north of Highway 14. This is still in that warned area. This right here, you just never can tell how this is going to be affecting this area here. 58 mile an hour shear winds as we look at this. Now the jail area, Winston County Academy, very serious. As we look back at 69, I wanted to see if there's anything new on that. Most of this running at 69 miles an hour. All of this area here. A new tornado warning as we look at this until 7:30 p.m. is what we're looking at. So roughly an hour for our Winston County friends as we watch this. So that tells us Macon, you will be followed by this. You'll get your round of this storm before long. As we move up Columbus, still getting this tornadic activity there. All right, if y'all hang on just a second, let me check something. I'll be right back. We'll leave this. As with most things, and I know that we're doing weather, but that was important. I just got a message, and we don't know much more than this. I have not spoken to the Meridian Police Department, but as we look at this in the Meridian area, let me just show you on the map of where we're looking at, of what I was just told here. As you move in here to Meridian, as we move along 8th Street, this is Highway 19. Let me get my bearings straight of where everything is here. Right here, here's 8th Street as we come along. Rose Hill Cemetery right along in here. I just got a report from a young lady that said that she heard 5 shots just then. She has called the police. She said, now again, I don't want to, this is just one of those live things. She said the lady was laying down in the street. Let's hope that she's not hit, that maybe she just jumped to the ground is what we're hoping. But shots were fired right along here on Valley Street. 5 shots. The Meridian Police Department has been called. She called the Meridian Police Department, and then she called me immediately after it happened. We hope to pass along more information on this, and y'all say a little prayer that no one is hurt there. The young lady that I just spoke to was in tears, and rightly so. And that, again, that's just one of those live things that we deal with, and that's sort of what we do all day long, of tracking, letting you know where things happen in our area, whether it's a storm or if it's someone that's been injured. And let's hope, by all means, that no one's been seriously hurt there. A little prayer there for the Meridian area as we look at this. All right, and we'll keep you updated with what she has to tell us here in just a little bit. We'll find out more of that. Let's see here what else I can find out. Let me send a note while we're live to the Meridian Police Department. And again, let me back this out where we can see all this while we're doing this. It's just a live thing. This is growing back over here.
It's just one of those days.
Yeah, it
keeps
has
happening.
been.
I hope nothing happened to her.
And again, that was not to scare anybody by any means. It's just the
to be
seriousness of what we have going on. Now, scary, this is a booger bear. Y'all see this, Jasper County? I want everybody in northwestern Clark County to be ready for this, and I want southern Lauderdale County to be prepared also. This is inching its way towards us as we look at this. This is heavy. This is a lot of activity. Could it die down before it gets here? Yes, but it certainly has the looks of a nasty one. Let's zoom in on this. Let's put back on our locations now. Dead in the center of this, Lake Edens. Everybody that is watching us, Lake Edens, take shelter now immediately. If you're anywhere near the courthouse in Paulding, take shelter now. Heidelberg, just north of you, this is out of that area here. Let's look at our shear winds. 70-mile-an-hour shear winds headed toward Lake Edens. The backside of this storm, let me pull this up, also running at about 70. And then the eye of this storm is pulling 81-mile-an-hour shear winds, which is headed toward Paulding. And I want y'all to look at this, of where this is headed. This is, once it goes through Paulding, it will make its way toward Enterprise. If you're in Enterprise, you've got plenty of time to be prepared for this. If you live in a mobile home anywhere in this line toward Enterprise, Long's Fish Camp, seek shelter now. Go to your safe place. It is not a warning for you yet, but this gives you extra time to get away from this thing. Now, we have no way of knowing at this point. I hadn't gotten any reports that it is on the ground or anything like that, but a serious one. Again, look at these lines of where this is going. Now, if it stays on track, here's Clarkdale School. And then this would put it right here where Greg's Fireworks is, and that's in about 1 hour right there. So y'all be prepared, southern Lauderdale County, Stuckey's Bridge, all of that area there. And we're gonna ride this out. There's just no other way to do this right now but to stay with this storm as we follow this. All right, let's look at the areas here in Jasper County that it's just pouncing on right now. All right.
Someone's asking if it's headed toward Why Not Racetrack.
As you look at that, it's going to be to the northwest. It's just going to be west of there at this point. But again, we're an hour out. It can change, but at this point, it's not the track. Enterprise and that southern portion there, right out the Evangel Temple area. As you'll look at that, the Girl Scouts, Southeast School, if it were to stay together, we don't know. We're going to go by the facts of what we do know now. But anywhere here in southern Lauderdale County, just be prepared for that. But definitely, as you take shelter as we move into this along here, let's look at our roads that, and let's look at this. I haven't pulled this up with this storm. Let's see how much hail we're getting out of this.
Let's hope there's no hail.
Damaging wind path. Let's pull this up right here. Making sure there's a couple of these that we can look at. Let me back this out here. We've had a bunch of hail right in there coming up on that storm. Let's go back to this and turn the hail path off. Let's look at this damaging winds. I'm going to move to a different area here. Look at these winds that are, these brown spots are even worse when it comes to all of this. All right, let's go back here. Turn that off, and I want to go visibility.
Yeah. What are we looking for?
I was looking, I got another switch that I was looking for. And this is an exclusive as we look at this. Right here, as we've been watching this area here, this is a severe threat. You see those different colors there? Right through there, Paulding. Lake Edens, you're in the path of this. We want you to, I'll turn that off there since somebody, you sneezing over there?
My bad.
It'll be okay.
I heard her sneeze.
She had to sneeze. All right, as we look at that, severe threats, damaging wind, let's look at that also. All around this area there. And again, it's concentrated in this area right there in Jasper County. This is Interstate 59.
There.
This is coming up on Paulding.
Check your messages. We just got someone that is trapped.
Okay. All right, hang on here.
I couldn't read it fast enough.
Okay, let me go here. Tornado warning in effect until 7:45. I'm not seeing it. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, wrong place.
I was like, where are you looking?
I didn't know where it was. Hang on here.
I don't have it on this computer.
Caledonia, getting reports of people trapped in Steens area in Lowndes County. So there has been a strike in Lowndes County, which would be north of here. Let's see here. Let's go back to radar and pull this up. Steens, Lowndes County, as we looked at all of that, up by near Columbus Air Force Base. So we've got an active evening. All right. And let me just go ahead and, as we look at this, our extension of what's going on with this tornado warning. Again, there has not been a tornado warning issued for Clark County, and there has not been one issued for Lauderdale County. But as we well see that this is well on its way toward here. Pachuta, seek your shelter now. Dollar General area around Enterprise, Long's Fish Camp, all of that area. Get to a safe place, and let's look at southern Lauderdale County. Anywhere from the county line, Stuckey's Bridge, over to Plant Sweat as we go through here. If you're going up to Clarkdale, all right there, Valley Road, y'all take shelter. And this is pretty much, if it stays on track, Long Creek area. We'll be headed in that direction over the next little bit there at the ball field, cutting just north of Southeast High School. Again, I don't want to panic anybody. I don't want you to think I'm trying to overthink, but being prepared is everything.
There's nothing wrong with being prepared.
Yeah, you seek shelter and nothing happens, great, you're alive. That's what we can tell you about all of this.
Like, the best thing to do is, like, get a bunch of blankets and pillows and all your favorite stuff, go in your safe place, and just stay there. Like, that's like, I would do that.
All right, let's look here, and we're going to come back down. The threat has moved out of Caledonia. The warning has been canceled for Mississippi side here in Lowndes County, but we do have people trapped here. It has moved east into here. As we move back down, let's go back down here and look in Winston County. We got serious weather going on here. This is going to be just north of 25 here. It did hover above 14, stayed above it, and all this area out by the jail north of downtown Louisville. Right there. We got sheer winds coming across at 69 miles an hour. The back end of the storm has 58 is what we've got here. This is going to cross Highway 15 and then cross Highway 25 in these areas right there. We got 3 different cells making its way across there. Again, this is northern Winston County. If you're in that neighborhood there, be careful. Keep it in mind as we move back down. Let's turn this off where we can see a bird's eye view. Light showers in Kemper County. We have some severe thunderstorm warnings that have been issued now. Let's look at what we have here in Neshoba County. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Leake. We have one for Newton, Rankin, Scott, Neshoba, and Madison County until 7:45. So that's a good ways off. Again, that's severe thunderstorm warnings for this area. We look how many layered severe thunderstorm warnings we have back over here in Scott County. We got 2, almost 3 laying over the top of one another here. It's going to get bad in Neshoba County before this is all over. All right, we need to go back down and focus on this. Jasper County, hang on here. Let me see, make sure I hadn't gotten any more notes of anything that has happened. All right, tornado observed, Franklin, Madison. A confirmed tornado was located near Bakers or 15 miles northeast of Winsboro, moving at 50 miles an hour. I'm just making sure what else we got down there. Multiple reports of damage of people trapped in northern Lowndes County. A lot of people trapped there. Tornado watch still for Clark, Jasper, Lauderdale, Lamar. Tornado watch, West Carroll, Louisiana. Let's see here. Okay, nothing new in those areas. Let's go back to radar and let's pull this up, bring Honda radar, and let's focus Jasper County, Clark County of what's going on here. The real deal here, we have tornado warning until 7:15. So we roughly have 21 minutes remaining on that. That's what we've got there. Now, where's the eye of this thing? The intensity has died down a little bit. That's good.
Woohoo!
That is great. The rating of this is a 7 out of 10, which is still serious business. And again, as you see, this is on track. Whether it stays a tornado warning when it crosses in here or not is dead on track to go through the center of Enterprise. Enterprise, y'all go ahead and get this. Terry is telling us they're confirmed tornado in Jasper County is what we're getting.
I just got an alert on my phone. This tornado watch for Meridian, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Until 11. So that's what we've been looking for.
Till 11 p.m. So we don't know if the tornado is still on the ground in Jasper County or not. Let me check my messages. Nothing new there. Ooh. I'm getting a note here.
A note?
Yeah, I'm getting some 3D pictures, and they'll have to be sent on
A 3D pictures?
of the tornado, what it looks like on the inside. And send on. I have to have it sent on another to pull it up in here.
You can save it and send it to yourself.
On Signal.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That's what I do.
And I need to. This is gonna have to require some glasses. Y'all just stay with me and watch what we got going on here. Yeah, this was that area that we're watching these tornadoes down. Mm-hmm. So send some. Let me see here. Send some current.
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all ever go to a restaurant and you get something spicy and then they up the spiciness 10 times and they don't tell you and then your mouth is burning for the rest of the day?
I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but it sounds like she's eating and not sharing with everybody else.
Look, you got food right there. Mama just handed it to you and you looked at her.
Yeah, like I have any time to eat right now. So, all right, let's get back to this. This is some kind of serious, ferocious possibility of a tornado being on the ground. We've got reports of that. We now have, look at this now. I want y'all to see this. This is 2 areas that are directly headed towards Stonewall. Don't hesitate. If you live in a mobile home, Lake Edens area there, Kosciuszko, y'all need to seek shelter now. If you're in a mobile home, if you're in a home, go ahead now and get it to your safe place, whether that's a tornado shelter that you got. If you don't have one, get away from windows. Please do that. Get to the interior of your home, away from all of that. Get down and be prepared.
The safest spot is your bathroom and the bathtub. If you don't have a basement or under the stairs, go in your hallway or the bathtub.
A great place to go. Again, let's zoom in on this. Kosciuszko, this is right to the west of you, just due northwest. Let's look at these roads. Here's Highway 503. Let's get closer on this. Let's turn on some locations where we've got all of this. Here's 503. Right here is the Paulding Courthouse to the west of here. This is going to be sitting right on top of County Road 1632. Look at that. Sitting right at the dead end of that road. This is going to come across. It's going to clip. Which road is this? Is that a no-named road? This is, how do you pronounce that? Is that Felita Church? That's a new one on me. County Road 1634, where the church sits here that I can't pronounce. I apologize. It's coming right across that area there. Now, Lake Edens, you're in the path of this on the north end and on the south end of this. There's one coming right through here, and then on the northern portion of this. Look at the intensity of this storm as it approaches here. Now, the tornado zone has moved up. Lake Edens, it's all over you. Take cover.
They say you're supposed to pronounce it faulty.
Palty?
Fall.
Fall.
Fall. F-A-L. T-I, faulty.
Well, I should have really paid attention back in high school on that. That's the best I could do there. But y'all, if you're in that area, seek shelter now. All of this right here at Lake Edens is some of the most serious weather that we've had in this area, directly headed to Clark County, right through the center of Enterprise. Now, it is the National Weather Service. It may or may not be extended. We think it will. We can't speak for the National Weather Service. Let's see here. I got a...
You got a video?
All right, let me see if I can do this.
You can usually send it to yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm fixing
Yeah.
to try to do and see if I can play this. This is coming in from Lima.
We have no information on Rose Hill area. Nothing yet so far. But once we get any updates, we will let y'all know.
Okay, I that come across, and let me send this to myself, and then
Is it a tornado?
they're describing what's going on there as it approaches Lauderdale County, and I want to share this. This is take just a second to get this, and again, this is live. We apologize, but we're trying to get you the absolute
Tornado warning for Lauderdale County now.
Let's see here. My icons are so big.
And also rain alert.
So currently we have a tornado warning storm.
Hang on here. We're just about there. We're getting there.
It's okay. It's live.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy stuff happens when you're live, you know? Like,
So currently we have northeast at the current.
All right, hang on here. Let me go back here. All right, what this is I've got this same system, but it takes about 5 hands to run this. This type radar goes in and it picks the tornado up, and it shows it in 3D of what it's doing. And again, this comes from Lima. We just got this in, and let's play this so you can hear this. And I don't think I can make that. Maybe. Let me hit this and see what happens.
woohoo.
Yeah, all right, here we go. So currently we have a tornado warning storm near Paulding, between Paulding and Pachuta in Jasper County. It is moving northwest, or northeast at the current time. It is expected to be probably about 45 minutes to an hour entering Lauderdale County.
Dissect it and show where the rotation is.
So currently, that is the rotation, and the rotation goes up to 40,000 feet, but it does have a good signature still at the bottom. Unsure if it's on the ground still at this time, but it has been cycling back and forth.
So that gives us an idea of what's going on with that. And again, a big thank you for passing that along to us to give us a bird's eye view of what that particular radar
That
will
looks
do.
really cool. I like that. We need
Yeah,
that.
that one is, and we do have that. It's just I don't have enough hands to run that one.
I only got 2 hands.
I only been to one class on that one. I'm going to take about 10 more. But a very serious storm as we look at this as it comes across.
Let's see.
Now,
Everyone is asking about the sirens going off for around Lauderdale, obviously, since it just
Lauderdale
came in.
County or Lauderdale, Mississippi?
Sirens are going off in Enterprise, Stonewall, Kosciuszko.
Yep, we just got a tornado warning.
Wow.
And this is the storm that we've been watching, that we've been warning you about.
So it got here early, or is
This is just a different system. As we go back
something
here.
new?
Yeah, well, this is the storm that we've been watching here in the same county that we kept saying, but we'll have more storms later tonight. But we are now under a tornado warning. We want you to seek shelter in these areas here that we've been discussing here.
I was hoping it was like it just got here quickly and it won't be here at 11 p.m. You know?
Yeah.
It just arrived early for the holidays.
That's right. All right, let's look at what we've got and what we know. This is portions of Lauderdale County. We have from Pachuta. Y'all still with us now? Let me turn this back here where we can see what everybody is saying. All right, here we are, Lauderdale County here. Pachuta. This tornado is right up on you. As we look at the eye of this is going to be right here. This is 59. This is Highway 11. This is going to cross, as you see, in between Stonewall and Enterprise. If you live anywhere in this box, don't wait. Seek shelter now. Anna, yes, tornado warning for Lauderdale County. We were expecting it to take a little bit longer, but it came on in. Here is our locations. Let's talk about when it's going to arrive. You have 8 minutes if you live in the beach. You have 3 minutes in the Beatrice area. Get out of there now. Seek shelter. Waterby. It will be at your home place in 8 minutes. Stonewall, this tornado will be there within 15 minutes. Enterprise, it will be there within 17 minutes, then arriving in Bassett City in 25, and then Roy within 27 minutes as we look at this as it comes across. That puts it into Lauderdale County roughly in 30 minutes. But we are right now at the county line all around Pachuta. If you're watching this from Lake Edens on, and I do hope that everybody's safe there. If you're from the Jasper County area, Clark County area, let us know what you're seeing outside right now.
Yes, if you
whether
have
it's
any
windy or whatever.
like videos or pictures, y'all can send them in, and once we get off air, we will post all of them for y'all.
Yeah.
And not flood y'all's timeline. We'll put it in a nice big folder for y'all to look through.
Yeah. All right. Here's the second wind of this. Orange, you've got an eye of the storm, and it's a 2-punch. It's going to be at Waterby in 4 minutes, 11 minutes, Stonewall in 18 minutes, and Enterprise within 19 minutes. So as you see here, these are almost like dueling eyes as it comes across here. Right through there toward Enterprise and Stonewall. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. Here's Highway 11. This is going to cross River Road, County Road 320. Let me turn that Enterprise Middle School headed directly in that direction. Church Street. This will move right on across Highway 514. Now, this is just the eye of it. Does that mean that all of this area cannot is okay? No. If you're anywhere in this orange square here, anywhere in between Stonewall, Enterprise, seek shelter. Pachuta, you're not out of this. You're still in the watch box area. The eye of it is north of Pachuta. But as you'll look here, we've got more storms that are going to come across with this. Does not mean that we can't have wind damage in areas that could be damaged by that. Let's see here. Wind and rain in Fellowship. That's Jasper City, 12 minutes west of Enterprise. Lori says is what the conditions are for her there. Sirens going off in the Bailey area. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that you can hear that also. As we look here, now here's that warned area. Back out here, we got a lot of thunderstorms, but the main thing that we need to be concerned about is tornado warnings.
So a tornado warning means there's one in the area, but it's not on the ground.
It is radar indicated at this point. What we want to pay attention to on this one is we know that damage has happened back here. Mm-hmm. We don't know how long it was on the ground. We do know that
there was one.
Something happened back there. We don't know if it was a split second or it was just wind damage, but we do know that something has happened that makes us give a higher alert on this than ever.
So it means just be aware, stay in your safe spot.
Yeah, this is calmed down a little bit. It is now running at a 6.8 out of 10. Again, it's still serious business what we're dealing with here. Look how red this is, of where the eye of this is. It's still, here is Lake Edens right here. It's just on the northeast side of Lake Edens. Now, if you're in the Lake Edens area, let us know that you're all right. Iris, she's made it her tornado closet. Stay there for a little while. Sirens going off in the Russell area, we're being told. But right here, let's zoom in on this. This is going to be Highway 18. This is just now, as we look at this, coming up on. This is County Road. I need to turn this off where I can see that a little bit better. That's County Road 1848, if I'm reading that right. Yeah, 1848 is what that county. Why they don't make the writing a little bit bigger for me, I'll never know.
Well, you know, we did have everything humongous for you. And we're like, it's too big. Which do you want?
Now, as we see Pachuta sitting here, again, this is where this is coming across, and it is, as radar updates, it's coming right there, right near Mount Pleasant Baptist Church. Anybody live in that area? Do you know where I'm talking about? Right there is where we're looking at. This is going to cross Highway 18. We have Mount Jordan Church here. It's just going to be north of you, barely. You can still have tons of wind damage in this area here. But this is the eye as it comes across into Clark County. As you see here, this is going to move and cross 59. Highway 11 right there. And what do you see in this eye? Enterprise. So there's several things going on, and again, this is moved back and forth. It doesn't mean that something can't happen here at Stonewall, but we do see the eye at this moment focused toward downtown Enterprise, and there's a lot of great folks that live in this area here. All through this area here are good people. We want you to be safe, as we talk about this all the time. You've got a few minutes. This tornado warning. Let's look at this again. Let me turn this back on and come back over here. This is until 8 o'clock. We've got 50 minutes remaining on this before it makes its way into Lauderdale County. All right, the intensity is, see here how this rain now is moving in just north of Pachuta? Y'all see this, don't you? All right, let's look at that. The good news is that has dropped from nearly a 7, this one on the Stonewall side, down to a 3.6. Let's zoom in on this and see what we got here. 3.6 and also a 3.6. That is encouraging that the intensity has dropped down quite a bit. Now, let's look at this first line here. Here's Stonewall. Y'all are in the eye of this. It's going to go through both places as the center of this crosses in between Stonewall and Enterprise. By no means by what I just said, as I told you how that had dropped down, that we still can't get damage or it cannot hurt anything. I don't want you to take me wrong on that. Let me update. Y'all hang on. Don't rush off here.
I don't think we're going anywhere.
All right. I needed to update.
You know, I've never heard the sirens go off. Is that bad?
Well, you're not going to hear them where we're sitting.
I'm just saying, though, like, I've never heard, like, this, you know, like a tornado siren. I've never heard it.
There's one not far from here. You just, it's well insulated where we are.
I was about to say, I ain't hear nothing.
We done the barn dominium and pretty much blocks out anything.
You know what? That's good.
Those sounds. All right, I was updating the folks on there of where this it is.
So where in Meridian is this tornado warning at exactly?
It hasn't made it there yet.
Okay, it's just warning us beforehand.
Yes, and
Okay.
that's what it's just now moving into Clark County.
Because I also, too, get confused on where the heck is at. Because it says, here's a warning, and you're like, where is it at? And they're like, around you, somewhere.
Yeah. All right, let's go back and focus at this as we look at this. Again, we've got one coming across here that does take in the entire place there at Stonewall. This will be reaching Waterby within 60 seconds. We'll be at Stonewall within 7 minutes. So you got a few minutes remaining there. Enterprise, you will have this first leg of this storm within 9 minutes. And then it will move on to Bassick after that within 15 minutes. And then into Stinson and Wolf Spring within half an hour. Let's look at this second one that is now moving into Clark County. It's right on the line there. It will be at Enterprise in 13 minutes. We'll reach Roy within 24 minutes. As we look at this, Here's Stonewall. This will be just barely the second leg. You're going to get this first one. The second one will be on the outskirts of town there at 513, just north of you, barely. Let's turn on our locations and look at this. Y'all see that? Long's Fish Camp all up in the middle of this. Anywhere from the Piggly Wiggly north, downtown Enterprise where the schools are. Now, as we look at this, Clarkdale, where the Clarkdale Superette, it is headed in that direction. Mathis Peaches there on Highway 45, and this goes over and takes in Dunn's Fall. It'll be just shy if you live at Stuckey's Bridge in that area. You're okay. It's going to be south of you. As we move across this moves into Lauderdale County, and again, we look at this plant sweat there on Valley Road as we get near Greg's. Out here on Highway 45, the Evangel Temple. Y'all are in the path of this storm as it moves in with this tornado warning. This is also going to be taking in the Long Creek ball field area. The Girl Scouts, if you live right around where the Girl Scouts are, you are in this and it is headed that way. Now, this northern end of this, you still got about 25 minutes. If you're up here in Lauderdale County, roughly 20 to 25 minutes lead time is what you got. Take cover now and be prepared for this as it comes across. Now, when it gets there, could it die down? Yes, it doesn't look as though it's going to do that right now. This is a very strong storm. Let me go back and double check here and make sure I hadn't gotten any notes of anything being on the ground or damage, anything that we know there. Jasper County, the fire department is reporting thunderstorm wind damage some 30 minutes ago. Trees down, power line damage. Lowndes, Noxubee, Starkville, Kosciuszko reports a thunderstorm damage there. Trees are down in Atala County. Kosciuszko, Highway 12 is blocked. Okay, just making sure we had all of that. Again, if you're in that area down here, let me just pull this back up where you can see this again as we go back to radar. If you were in this area here, let us know what happened on this. The tornado warning for Jasper County has just expired. Now, as we look at this, there is only a thunderstorm warning for Neshoba County. Let's turn this off where you can see. But we do have here at Union, y'all have got a pretty good thunder boomer coming your way. Philadelphia, y'all are under a severe thunderstorm warning also, but it's heavy rain coming in there, moving in. A lot of thunderstorm warnings back here. Right here is the most dangerous we've got. Now, we've got this Winston County tornado still going on, and that's going to be cutting across into Noxubee County. And again, this is going to be north of Macon. This is going to be up here at the split is where we've got on this. That being a 7-2, pretty strong storm there north of Macon toward the Lowndes County area. Y'all are back in this. As we move back, we're showing showers heavy here on I-20. We haven't gotten any more reports of, let's see here.
I have not gotten anything.
All right, I'm just double checking everything. All right. All right, here's, let's go back in and look at all this area here. We're concerned still. Now, the good news, what we're seeing here, we're starting to see it fade a little bit. Let's hope that this dies down. Enterprise, this is going to be headed toward the Toom-Suba area within 21 minutes in Cuba, Alabama, as it moves out of the area. This is the watched area. I don't want to project what the National Weather Service will do on this, but as you can see here, the heavy rain still lies in Jasper right up till you get to about Stonewall. I know if you're living in Stonewall right now in that Enterprise area, it's pouring rain on you. On the other side of this, not so bad as it comes across. Now, again, if you live in the Clarkdale area, let's talk about this. If you live out anywhere in that area there, this is a tornado warning that I want you to take serious as it moves up through here. Look at the rain that you're going to get. I have not gotten any damage reports from anybody that has been back down in here. All right, let's check this. Hang on here. Let me pull this up and let's check power outages from EMEPA. That'll tell us a good sign of what we've got from EMEPA. Let me back out here. We've got a few without, nothing major. Let's pull this up where you can see this. All right, here's our power outage grid of what we're looking at from EMEPA. The equipment area, we have roughly about 10 folks without power down here in the Pachuta area. This is where this just come across right in here. Strong winds caused that. As we move up, we'll see that in the Louisville area, we've got at least 28 people out in that area. And that's that other tornado that we were watching that moved through that area. So far, that's not bad in comparison to what could be going on there. Let me dial this down where you can see this. A little bit better there. That's a glimpse at the power outages locally in our area. Not bad. We could receive more. Let's go back over to radar now and hit this where you can see this. Making sure we hadn't gotten any. All right. Let me see what else we've got up through here. We got a lot of thunder in the Meridian area. Thunder and lightning in the College Park area of Meridian.
Lots of wind coming through, and like everyone's saying, it sounds awful.
Collinsville, it's thundering. Let's see here. I'm just glancing at what we have of what everybody has commented on here. Rain heavy, Highway 16 east of Carthage at Edinburgh. Those areas there. Very quiet Marion, it is, for the time being. Now again, I don't want anybody to think that once this comes through, it's all over. We got more rain that we're watching. Newton, y'all got a storm moving in there. The good news of this is, now this is still a tornado warning, but I do see signs of it dying down a little bit. Let me send
Good.
here.
I'm glad it's dying down.
It ain't over, but it looks a little bit better. I'm going to send a, let's see here. Double check, make sure there's nothing on the horizon that I don't know about with Lima, Lauderdale County Emergency Management, and see if they know of anything that we're not aware of. We've got the storm reports on. We just hadn't really gotten anything yet from Jasper County. It's still early as we've got darkness around. It's one of those things to where this is coming in at dark and it's hard to see, and there are a few folks without power that we've seen in those areas. No word yet from Clark County.
Oh, they said it's coming down in Philadelphia.
Yeah, we got some rain there in Philadelphia, right there, and it is under a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado just a little bit a bigger threat than what we've got. We still have this area up here, Lowndes County. On the more local level, of course, here is where we're watching of what's happening. Let's zoom in now and talk streets of what we've got, of where the storm is, where the eye of this is. Is this consistently kind of moves tracks, and what we've got right here is where this storm is located. It will be at Enterprise within 4 minutes, so y'all be ready there. This will be in downtown Meridian in 20 minutes. So we still got a little time here in the Meridian area to prepare for that as it comes across there. This is the path that it's going to cross. It's going to cross Highway Interstate 59. This is County Road 333. This will come right across here and cross 513. Y'all with me so far here? This comes up in this area here. Here's Enterprise. This is just north of the downtown Enterprise. Here's the cemetery where it sits here. Here's the Baptist Church. Now, all this area now is under a tornado warning. I don't want you to think you're out of it. Look how this comes across. Anywhere in here, a tornado could touch down. This is just the eye as it comes through the city, as it comes across there. And again, this can move back and forth in these two areas, but the heart of Enterprise is under a threat right now from a tornado. Look at the rain that's pouring on Highway 11 in between there and 513 and Stonewall and those areas there. What is that? That rain is approaching Meridian. expected in the next few moments there.
I think I hear a little bit of thunder outside.
Yeah, it is a little bit there. Now, as we look at this, Clark County, y'all are our friends who are under the gun right now with a tornado warning. We've got tons of rain coming down on Highway 11. Downtown Enterprise is what we're watching. Anywhere from Stonewall through this area up to the northern portion of the county, but the eye of this storm heads directly across there. I don't want anybody to get the wrong impression that goes, well, I live 5 miles outside of Enterprise, I'm okay. No, that's not the case. The eye of this is here, but with a tornado, it can act. It's Mother Nature. They do things on their own. This is that anywhere in this area is prone for something to happen. All right, let's zoom in on here. Let's look at our streets here for what we've got, or where this is headed. Enterprise Baptist Church. We got anybody that's in that area, seek your shelter. It is coming across in this area there. Also there at the St. Myers Church, if I pronounce that correct. Let me put on here. Some of this is getting kind of small writing, so I can zoom in on this. St. Mary's Church. No wonder I said that wrong. It's amazing with glasses how things look a little bit better when they get small.
Now, why haven't you been wearing those the whole time?
Well, I didn't know that it would clear it up that good. County Road 354 as we look at this. Now, this is the Chickasahey River right here. This is County Road 354, 3451. There at that split, it's coming across. West Bridge Street, it's going to be right along in here. The town hall is in the eye of this, the high school. Here's the middle school back over here, but you look at that. Now, let's see what we've got showing here. This has got 58, we're going to go ahead and call it 60 since it's so close. We're looking at 58 mile an hour shear winds in the eye of this as it is coming across Enterprise right now. Now, the great news on this, again, that we're able to tell you is when you study these storms, most of the time, one that is on the ground will be over 7 of a rating. 1 through 10 is the score of tornadoes. This one is rating a 3.9, right at a 4. Doesn't mean we can't get wind damage. It doesn't mean that it will not touch down. Sheer winds are just as dangerous as a tornado. But the good news is there is some hope there that this is not as bad as it could be, is my whole terminology of what I was getting to there as we look at this. Now, as radar updates, we've had 2 different type cells here. We've been looking this in downtown. Let's look just east of downtown Enterprise on Highway 514. Let's see who all needs to pay attention to what I'm going to show you here. Let's turn on our locations. This the eye of the storm will be making its way toward Tumsuba within 23 minutes. What we're watching now, anybody live in the Clarkdale area around Clarkdale High School, time now to take cover and be prepared for this storm as it comes. This is within 30 minutes. As we see here, it's going to be actually a little bit quicker than that. It's showing that on a slow end it would be 30 minutes here, but the storm is moving faster than expected and will be moving across and making it on into Lauderdale County. Clarkdale High School, Mathis Peaches, if you live in that area, we're starting to see some lightning. This just struck right here. Pretty serious lightning bolts if y'all are hearing this in the Clarkdale area. 7:25, 2 minutes ago, it struck there. Anywhere on Highway 514 toward Clarkdale, the Superette, anywhere along in there where the store is, I want y'all to seek shelter. Now, all of these subdivisions, as we zoom in on this right here. See that right there? Sable. I want y'all to seek shelter. Now, let me turn off this gray shaded area here, and let's look at what we've got going on here. These areas here, let me zoom in where we can see a little bit closer here. The Clarkdale Clinic, you're right in the eye of this. This is going to cross anywhere on Highway 45, the Clarkdale area near the school. And as we always see that these storms seem to follow the same paths as they do in the past. This is almost identical to that storm that we had touched down in that area not long ago. And it gives you the hibby-jibbies. If you live in these areas, I can use that word, hibby-jibbies. We get them. It scares us to think about tornadoes and weather, but this is where this is headed. All of these subdivisions in and around this area, y'all seek your shelter now, be in your safe zone. Mathis Peaches, as we look at this, let's zoom in on this. This is Highway 45. This is Clark County Road 350. Here's the high school. Now, this doesn't mean that this can't do damage right here, but here's the eye of it right there, Clarkdale Road. And as you look at here, here's the volunteer firehouse right here. Clarkdale Super, all of y'all are right in the eye of this tornado as it comes in to Lauderdale County. Luther Walker Road. Now this will go just north of here as we look at this. Here's that Clarkdale Road as it heads your way. As you can see, that rain is moving in there now as the shade of radar got a little bit brighter. Look at that rain. It's coming. Now as it makes its way into Lauderdale County, let's look at the end result of this, of where this is headed. Right towards Southeast School. Now again, the line cuts off right here at the Girl Scouts, but the storm itself will cross right there, Charlie's, the Red Fireworks Barn, and the high school is where the direction is going to cross Highway 19. So let's back up. We know where it will end. All of this area that is out by the Chevron, if you're down in the area around Crossroads, you need to seek shelter, that area. Bonita Lakes, all of that out by the Ag Center. It's going to be headed in that direction. Here is Evangel Temple, that area, Skyline area. It's going to be moving in that direction. That is where the line falls. That is our boxed warned area there. All right, let's see what messages I just got there. Okay. All right. 20 Fox 30 just sent us a message, and we're going to cut to them for just a second, tell everybody how they can find us. So what we will do is join. We'll give a 5-second into Fox 30 television. Welcome. We're monitoring the weather as a tornado warning has been issued for southern Lauderdale County and also northern Clark County. Follow us on Facebook, Scotty Ray Report, or you can join us on YouTube, Scotty Ray Report. Find us there, follow this. We'll be carrying this live updates throughout the evening here. We'll join regular programming now on Fox 30 and rejoin this. But again, join us on Facebook or on YouTube, Scotty Ray Report, for the very latest with weather. All right, we should be back to regular programming on the television there. All right.
We just got, someone said there is a lot of damage in Jasper County.
I can see how that would be. All right, I just got, let me see what this is. What we just got from Lima. Let me go up here. Lima is telling me that this storm is strengthening right here, is what they're telling me. As they're looking at it on their 3D models, this storm is gaining strength now.
Which storm? The one?
This in Clarkdale, in Clark County.
Okay.
That is getting ready to move into Lauderdale County. So if you've been sitting around going, well, Scotty Ray doesn't know what he's talking about, now is the time to be a believer. Let's seek shelter on this. Tornado warning, that's coming from our friends in Clark County.
Someone said it's sounding really bad at Clarkdale right now.
Dangerous storms are approaching. Yeah, all right, let's go back to radar here and look at this. And again, as Lima just told us, it is strengthening and joining us there. All right. Here we are, and I think, and y'all have to send me another message from the TV station if y'all need me to do another intro or join y'all back to shoot another message to me or Madison, and we'll join that if y'all need us to redo that if you missed that first one. What we're looking at, very serious storm. We have tornado warnings for northern Clark County and also southern Lauderdale County. Let's look at this. The storm is now right here at the Clarkdale area. As we see this, it will be at Tumsuba in 18 minutes. Let's zoom in closer on this. Sheer wind speeds of 60 miles an hour. Now, we all know that we have had damage in the past here. Enterprise, the line has moved up to just about where the Dollar General is there. So if you live west of the Dollar General back toward 59 into Jasper County, the threat is over. We now see that the eye of the storm, now all around here at Clarkdale and up to Plant Sweat is the line here. Here's the front edge of this storm that is going to be moving into Lauderdale County. And again, this is our watch box area that we're paying close attention to. All you folks out in Kosciuszko area, although that is right across the line, that doesn't mean anything. This can be extended. We'll see what happens with this. If you live on the Wynot side, start paying attention. Rainbow Lakes area across the line, but that doesn't matter. The areas that we need to watch right now that is still of concern is anywhere from the Piggly Wiggly up to Enterprise, downtown Enterprise, from the Dollar General moving across. This area that we're watching right here around Dunn's Fall. You're still in this watch box area. Dunn's Fall is the line. We move up Mathis Peaches, all in this area. Highway 45, as we come into here around the Clarkdale store, it is pouring rain. It is so heavy that most likely most of you probably can't see out your window that live in this area. We come over here, now this is where the eye of it is now, and this is the head of it. This is the storm behind of it. This is the leading edge of it. We still have 58 miles an hour. As we heard from Lima, they see this storm strengthening, and I see here that we went from below a 3 to now a 4-1 on this, gaining a little bit of stability there and gaining ground.
Someone said that their outside temperature gauge dropped 10 degrees in the last 3 minutes.
I can see that happening. Felicia telling us it's raining in Collinsville now. We do have that. We glance up here. Anyone, Johnny Farrer was asking about damage anybody received any. If you live in that area, let us know about all of that. If you've received any damage from Enterprise to these areas, and a lot of you still may be in your safe place, stay there. I'm not asking you to get out.
Yeah, don't go outside and get videos. Please don't. Please stay inside.
If you live back here west in this area right in here, it's safe to go out. But we are getting numerous reports that there's damage back in here. That only leads us to believe that there can be more damage to be had in this area here also. Let's turn off this and show you the big picture here. Now, that's a relatively small area as it comes across. Now, let's look at all of this of what we've got going on here. Carthage, Philadelphia, y'all be ready. You got a humdinger of a storm headed your way. Union, you also have heavy rain on you and more behind this. Again, only thunderstorm warnings up in this area here. No tornado warnings, and we still watch Lowndes County, and that's a pretty ferocious one we've got up there. Our biggest concern of all the area, look here, something coming into Vicksburg. All right, let's go back into our areas and see what we've got. Let's look at our locations. This was updated. Let me look at my times here at 7:35. Let me do a hard reboot on this. I want to make sure that we've got the absolute latest to give you. Let me hit this, and we'll just do that fresh update, and then there's no fooling with it at that point. Our watch box area on the outskirts of Enterprise Stonewall, right there is the heart of it. Y'all see that? Let's zoom in on this. Let's turn on locations where you can see this. Here's Clarkdale High School, still in this storm as it comes across. That is some of the heaviest rain that you're going to encounter right there. Highway 11 stretching over to Highway 45 due north of 514, making its way to all of these subdivisions right around Clarkdale School as we get out right in this area here. Look at this. This is going to be some heavy rain there. Clark County Road 482 as we look here. That's right across that Clark County line there. All right, now we're picking up some shear winds. I want y'all to be aware of this. As I've mentioned before, when we see these on radar, I don't want you to dismiss this as, oh, that's nothing to it. This is 58 miles an hour. In most cases, I can't say for sure, we normally have trees or something, some damage from this. And here we go. This is Highway 145. Let's look at our roads. I want you to be well aware of where this is. This is 514. This is 145. Let's zoom in on this. Clark County Road 472. If you live on 472, I want you to take cover now in between there and DeVoe Cemetery. All right, as you'll see that just turned from that shear wind to another leading edge on this, 58 miles an hour. The probability of this being a tornado is a 2.9. But what we're having with that is wind damage. And again, it is very hard to determine the difference when things, shear winds can do a lot of damage. And that's what we're seeing right here with this. We go back up here and let's look at what we've got here. We have 70 mile an hour shear winds right here. Let's zoom in on this where y'all can see this. This is going to be just due north of Mathis Peaches. This is going to be on Old Highway 45. County Road 4821 is where this is just east of. It's barely across that county line. This is going to cross the 4-lane. Y'all see this? Here, let's see here. Here's Clarkdale High School. It's just to the south of there. And it doesn't mean you still can't get damage there. Let's look at this. This is coming right across here. This is Luther Walker Road is where this is headed. Crossing Highway 45. If you live on Luther Walker Road, I want you to seek shelter now. Don't wait around. Get to your safe place. All around that Clarkdale Superette, the clinic, those areas there, be in your safe place also. We have two areas with a lot of wind that is making its way across northern Clark County into southern Lauderdale County. Now, our watch box has moved over for Lauderdale County. And let's update this of the areas of concern. This is a very defined area of what we're looking at. Here is you're safe now if you live out by Dunn's Fall. It's moved east of you, northeast of you. It is now, it will be due south of where Plant Sweat is. After you get through that low-lying area, you know, where it tries to, the water always crosses the road. Right along in there in that curve is where that's going to be. This still takes in all of the Clarkdale area, taking in 514 as we move across our areas of concern, the Girl Scouts, where that is. I want you to be on your P's and Q's. Greg's Fireworks, right there. You're in this also. As we move up and we have this area right shy of the parking lot is where this is going to cut through there at the Evangel Temple is where that is. So that still puts the Dollar General in this watch box. All of that area is heavy, heavy there at Greg's place. As we look at that, let me see what other updated messages that we've got.
I'm gonna go get a charger for the laptop.
All right. The lightning is very strong that we're seeing with this storm. That struck at 7:34 about 10 minutes ago, 7:41. That just struck right there. Here's Clarkdale to give you a bird's eye view of where we're headed. Let's move across here and look at these roads of what we're showing here. This is going to be Fisher Road is where the eye of this storm is headed at this point. 70 mile an hour shear winds involved with this as it comes across here. Now, again, that little reminder that I throw out every once in a while, maybe I say it more than I should, but during storms, I want you to understand of how this works. It's shear winds. It doesn't mean it's on the ground. It has the capability of doing damage, and that's strong. Let's do this as we look at this. Let's look at our shear wind, our gust of what we're showing here. Let's move up here into the Clarkdale area. Let's just look and see what we've got here. Enterprise, 24 mile an hour gust as we move into Lauderdale County, 22, 24, these areas here. Right there is where we're looking at on the other map there. So we're hovering with gusts of about 24 miles an hour as we look at that. Let's go back to radar and pull this back up now where you can see all of this. All right. Now, the lightning, it's almost thundering, I'm sure, if you'll look at all of this in this area here where this red box is blinking there. That is very, very serious weather. We've had a lot of lightning strikes. And if you see these on here, this isn't one of those that you hear in the distance that just popped. This is one that actually hit the ground, that has done some form of damage in some shape, form, or way. As we look at this, let's go back. We got two cells that we've been following here. This one's still hovering at about 58 mile an hour shear winds. Again, below a 3 on the tornado availability. We have this one here. Both of them have fell below a 3 at a 2.9. This one has more shear winds with it as it heads directly toward the southeast area. Again, as this watch box moves along. All right, let's look at this, what just come up here. That's almost a double whammy there. We see this as you look at that. Here's Mathis Peaches. This is going to be due south of there. Let's look at this road here as we come across to look at all of our Clark County Road 472. If you're in that area, you need to seek shelter. And this is going to move northeasterly up here to DeVoe Cemetery. We've visited this place several times as it makes its way there. All right, 743, we're up to date on radar. All right, the leading edge, the front end of this has passed over the Clarkdale area, the front of the storm. The rain now there at the Clarkdale Superette, heavy, heavy, heavy. Are y'all seeing that? I'm sure you are there. Let's look at this. We've got those areas. Now, the Boy Scouts is not, why not in this area here? This has not been extended over that way. This may very well may play out once it crosses this imaginary line. And again, this line still runs until 8 o'clock. We got 15 minutes remaining on this. Will it be moved over? We don't know yet. Let's hope that this, well, we just got our answer to that, didn't we? There it is. We were going to say that we hoped it faded away, but no. Now we bring the rest of the county of this east side into this. And this will go until 8:15 for eastern Lauderdale County. Let's back out here and let me do a fresh reboot on this area here. Let me pull this up where you can just look at me for just a second. I'm going to hit the refresh button here and get this, the very latest that we've got. Watch boxes playing kind of funny on me there for some reason. It's worked a lot of overtime. Let's turn this back on. All right, tornado warning until 8:15 for there, and this eastern side of Lauderdale County, which is going to take us this area right in here. They gave an extra 15 minutes for eastern Lauderdale County as we look at these areas. So let's turn back on our locations. We got rain in Neshoba County, just severe thunderstorm warning is what we've got there. A lot of people asking about that, and we'll visit them in a minute here after we get shed, I'll use Brick Gully's word, as we get shed of this tornado warning here this afternoon. Now, again, Boy Scouts, we want y'all to seek your shelter here. Why not? These areas all around through here. Don't wait. Take shelter now. Take this as a very serious storm. I have not, Jeff Davis School Road, yes, that area there. As you'll see here, that watch box right there is the Snell Volunteer Fire Department. It starts there and goes north up here to Rainbow Lakes is where this is going to go to. Right there is where this is going to cut across, including Tomb Suba and out here to the Simmons Wright store. And then we can only assume that more will happen here. Now, it is safe if you live in the Enterprise area. That area is safe. You can do what you want. You can come out of your area, out of your safe zone, and walk around and see what type of damage may be out in there. Hopefully there is none. That's what we're hoping and praying for. Let's look at the big picture of what we got going on. We don't want something to sneak up on us. Philadelphia is getting a downpour. More rain is coming in there from Walnut Grove, Union, Mississippi. Heavy, heavy rain. Now, look here what we've got here showing up on radar as we get this update here. Trees and power lines were downed and damaged to several homes. Now, this was in the Stringer area is what we've got here confirmed. So we do know that it was a tornado here in this area right there. And this is the same storm that moved right across through here. We have 2 tornado warnings that are running simultaneously. One will run out at 8 o'clock. The other will run out at 8:15. Is what we're looking at there.
Areas for those? Are they around the same area?
Yes, it's this southeastern Lauderdale County is what we've got. And let's just zoom in and turn on our locations again where we know we're a little bit more. I had a question about zero. Yes, zero is in this area right along in here as we look at here in the tornado warned area. So y'all, Causeyville Road all along in there. As we come down, this is 45. This is Greg's Fireworks. If you're looking, trying to figure out, okay, I don't understand a map. And that's okay if you don't understand a map. That's why we sit here and describe locations for everybody to understand. This is the Evangel Temple. It's just shy of it. It runs about through the parking lot of there. It goes over, takes in Southeast School. This will go up to Rainbow Lakes with this new one here. Ricky Bobby, y'all take cover out here at the racetrack. It's right on you coming up on the Boy Scouts. The eye of the storm. We'll cross into Cuba, Alabama, Alamucha. You'll get this in 11 minutes, and we'll reach Cuba within 24 minutes. Let's zoom in on this street here where y'all get a better view of what is happening here. Pouring rain at Clarkdale as it crosses over. This is getting ready to cross 19. Let's look at our roads here where we are. Rob Sims Road. Do y'all live on there? Russell Camp Road. This is where the eye of the storm is. South, that's S.L. Wilson Road. Russell Camp Road. This is where this is going right across here, the eye of this. And it will cross Highway 19. This is old Highway 19 here. This is the Boy Scouts that sits here. It's going to cross in between there and Why Not Motorsports Park, the eye of the tornado will. Now, as we all know, this area here got hit pretty hard the last time we had a tornado. Again, we're not saying this is on the ground, but we're saying that we can, at worst case, receive some very serious wind damage from this. Now, this is, as we look at this, goes up right there. It's going to be Tom Bailey Lake. You're included in this. And this goes all the way up here, just shy, right along in there, 59. This area here, Tumsuba. All of this area included in this tornado warning, rather, until 8:30. Now, Tucker, y'all see that heavy rain there? We got a lot of rain moving there through Union, through Tucker. If you're traveling Highway 19 for any reason tonight, stay somewhere. Stay at a friend's house for a little bit longer. You don't have to go right now.
Going off now.
What's that now?
Sirens are going off all over Lauderdale.
Yeah, this on Pine Springs. And the way this works is, if I am not mistaken, and Odie, I don't have you on here in the room with me, but if I remember right, when one alarm goes off, they all go off. Mm-hmm. It is not set up with different districts at this point.
Lets everyone know that there's one in the vicinity of it.
Just
so you can be aware.
The future, it will be to where they can zone it down to certain areas, but at this point, all the sirens go off when there's an alarm, a tornado warning been issued. We look back over here just north of Vicksburg, another tornado warning. That means more trouble for the folks in this area through here later.
It says Anderson's Hospital has put their patients in the hallway right now.
Yeah, and let's see here. Let's go back here. The hospitals are actually out of that area. If you're watching that way, you can go back. That's not in the threat zone.
Break Fox.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's take a moment here and let's join Fox 30. Good evening, and if you're watching us on television, we invite you to follow us on YouTube, Scotty Ray Report, as we give you wall-to-wall coverage of the tornado warnings that have been issued for Lauderdale County now. You can also find us on Facebook, Scotty Ray Report. Again, join us on YouTube for the latest that we have with the tornado warnings that have been issued for the county as it moves across the southeastern side of the county. These are our warned areas here. Join us. Again, thanks for joining us here at Fox 30. And we'll rejoin regular programming now at Fox 30 this afternoon. Big thank you to Fox joining us there. Are they telling, am I getting a message there? Okay, wait a minute.
Stay on.
Stay on. And send me another text if we're still live on Fox 30. Okay, I think we are. We're still live on Fox 30 as we follow this. All right, Fox has joined us, and we appreciate that as we cover this wall-to-wall coverage of what we're doing. Southern Lauderdale County is under a tornado warning. We have two areas. We have one area that's going to die out at 8 o'clock. The next area at 8:15. If you're in the southeast area, we need you to take your shelter now. We had someone bring up the area around the hospitals a moment ago. That is out of the watched area, the warned area. So if you're north, anywhere here of the Lauderdale Ag Center, if you're downtown Meridian, anywhere in there, it's no threat to you. It's going to be the eastern side of the county. And again, it picks up right here. It's passing over Greg's Fireworks now. Clarkdale, as you can see on radar, it is past you, and it is moving across, and we've got heavy storms here at Long Creek Ball Field as it moves across. And the intensity that we've got at Kosciuszko right now, you literally would not be able to hardly see out your window in that area. Southeast School, all of that area there from the Girl Scouts to Southeast. If you're in Meridian and you've got to travel to Alabama or anywhere out 19, stay in a store for a little while. You don't have to leave now. Highway 19 is a 2-lane road that you can barely see, and we don't want you to be involved in a wreck. They can easily happen. I haven't gotten any major reports of wrecks that have gone on tonight. Thank goodness at this point. Let's zoom in and take a look at this right on the side of 19 as we look at this. Right here is going to be the Alamucha Volunteer Fire Department. If you live in that area, seek your shelter now. This storm moves across, and we're showing this. And again, as it moves across, it's been dropping in intensity. As we started out with the storm earlier, over a 7, this has dropped to below 3 in intensity, which is good news. And we see now that our friends in Alabama getting a tornado warning. As we see here, this is going to be until 8:30. Northwestern Choctaw County in Alabama now under a tornado warning till 8:30. Y'all be careful as we look at this, and this is the Cromwell Fire Department right here. Y'all are involved in this as it moves across. Now, this storm is moving northeasterly as we see this headed toward this area here. For whatever reason, it was not one issued for the Livingston, Alabama area. We're just still following this right here. We have had numerous lightning strikes. 744 was a lightning strike there. This is all along Highway 19 in these areas there. Look at that. Now, right here, we do have Kosciuszko, as we mentioned, some of the heaviest of rain that we've got in Lauderdale County now. The Clarkdale area clear now. Highway 19, all of this down to right at the state line is the worst of what we're seeing. The eye of the storm sitting right there at 19. This would put this just about 1 mile due north of Why Not Motorsports Park, the eye of it. Now, as you see here, this is a 1 mile wide stretch of the storm as it swafts across here. Right there at the grandstands is where that is. The eye of it right here, Highway 19 Southeast, has just made it across the power lines. And now if you live, let's look here. Let me put on my specs where I can read that a little bit better. Bethany Church Loop Road. If you live on that area, you need to be in your safe place now. Also, that's going to be Jamie Robertson Road. Those areas right in there in the eastern side of Lauderdale County, be in your safe place. This is a tornado warning. This is not one of those we don't know. This is a very serious storm as it's made its way across here. Now, it will be out of the state of Alabama before too long and moving its way into Alabama. We have roughly 3 minutes remaining on this side here. The Girl Scouts are going to take this, drop this. We see as radar updates, that threat is now gone. They will drop this side of the tornado warning in just about 2 minutes from now. So we focus now due north of Energy Church. This is going to be the Snell Volunteer Fire Department. Now, there's no threat there. It picks up with the threat right at the Lauderdale County line. Our heaviest of rain is sitting right there at Why Not, past the Volunteer Fire Department, all through right here. You can barely see the road in there as it is over here at Kosciuszko at the ball field. But the worst of what we've got right there, look at that. Now, this is going to follow this up to right up to the school. You go past that four-way stop, and as you get into town, the rain starts tapering off in that area there. Highway 496, look at that. Now, as you get out here on 496, if you live in that area, you need to be in your safe place now as we make our way toward Alabama. Now, the heart of the storm is here, but anywhere in this area here, these storms can pop up. We focus on here in between Southeast School and to Why Not, right along in there.
I just got a message that Rush also has their patients in the hallway right now.
And again, if you're in that area there at Rush or Anderson's, you can go back to your room. That threat is not in the center of town. It's going to be east to give you some relief if you're in the downtown area working tonight. That's what we've got. Now, let's look at our roads here, what we've got. This is going to be Alamucha Why Not Road. If you live on that road, you need to seek shelter now also. Ponds Road, right there. That Bethany Loop Church, we've talked about that several times here. This is the path that is cutting across Lauderdale County. Right there, this is going to go all the way up our Wanda area out here to Tumsuba. As you'll see, Tumsuba, y'all are starting to see rain now. Heavy rain. All right, we just, all right, let's hit a hard reboot here because we just run up on that 2 minutes of that running out on this side of the county. As you see there, that is gone now. That has played out. Downtown Meridian, light rain, nothing bad going on there. It's just this extreme eastern corner of Lauderdale County that we're watching here. Let's see here. Yeah, that was right. They can't alarm for individual areas in Lauderdale County. That's the way that works. And I thought that was right. Making sure on that. Now, let me check something real quick here and make sure we don't have any more issues that I'm not aware of. As we glance over any reports out of Lauderdale County, no reports at this time. Odie Barrett, our director in Lauderdale County, has not received any damage in Lauderdale County at this point. That's good news. Reports of a tornado northwest of Mound. That would be in Madison County back over there. All right, let's jump back in and go of where we are now. I'm just making sure we didn't have anything in Lauderdale County that I was not aware of.
Take a sip of water.
No, I'll get some in just a second there. I appreciate that. Lowndes County still got some very serious weather going on there as well. Let's look at this here. Let's back out where everybody can see what we've got. We've got Mississippi, Lauderdale County, and then right at the edge here of Alabama, we've got a tornado warning right here. This is until 8:30 for Choctaw County, Alabama. As we back out and look at this, we've got several thunderstorms that are right on top of Philadelphia, all of Neshoba County getting beat on right now. There are no warnings there right now, as you'll see there. It's just a tornado watch. As we back out, we see that this area, Starkville, has lightened up finally. Lowndes County has moved into the edge of Alabama. We watch all of this back over here. We've got a tornado warning by Vicksburg making its way across the state. So it's not done yet. We'll watch Philadelphia. Y'all pay attention to the weather. There's just no warning. This is our biggest area that we're watching now. We have roughly 13 minutes remaining on this tornado warning that is issued for Lauderdale County. 8:15 is what it is doing. It is right at the state line now as it's moved across. Right here, this is going to be moving into Bama. Let's look at this here of what shear winds we've got. Still hovering at 58 miles an hour shear winds, and it has moved up just a tiny bit there. And I think we got another tornado warning for Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. No, it didn't. It fooled me on that. Right here, we still got this one. I thought they had fired one off there for Cuba area. I think they had. No, I'm seeing this line here. Going blind.
You might want to put on your glasses again.
I just had it too zoomed in on there. But the threat as we look at this, let's turn back on our locations of what we've got.
Power is out on Minnow Bucket Road.
Don't doubt that. We'll look at power outages here in Lauderdale County in just a moment there. The threat picks up here at Kosciuszko. We still have a lot of rain in between there and over to Why Not. We see now that it's Southeast School right there It's getting a little bit better there in the Vimville area there at the red fireworks barn, starting to lighten up. The Boy Scouts still raining heavy, but getting better. This is moving northeasterly, and let's turn this on where you can see how this storm is moving. Let's turn off this location where you get a better eye view. Let's back out and show you here. Let's hit play. This is what we're looking at as it moves across the county there. So everything that is here, y'all expect this in Macon before too long. Y'all will get that. The worst of what we've got, again, in Lauderdale County is definitely in down in this area around Wynot as it makes its way. We haven't had many lightning strikes. It's been backing off. It's starting to see a little bit there in the edge of Alabama, but the lightning has backed off. That's good. The leading edge of the storm, sitting right here again, 58-mile-an-hour shear winds, and let's zoom in on the road where you can see where this is. This is going to be Alamooch, Wynot Road. This is crossing over Ponds Road right now. Do you live in that area? Do you live on Otis Shirley Road? Now, if you live anywhere on those two roads there, now is the time to get somewhere, as it crosses right there. Jenny Calvert, how are you doing tonight? Hadn't seen you in a while. Now, again, this is going to move right on into Alabama right there. We had a lightning strike there about 7 minutes ago on the edge of Alabama. It has really cut back on the amount of lightning that we've had. 496 area still pouring down rain. If you've got to travel any of these roads across here in eastern Lauderdale County, do so with extreme caution. Maybe you're in town now. Maybe you've been shopping, you went grocery shopping. Spend a little bit more time there. Wait a little bit longer before you head out.
It's okay. You need more groceries. You need more snacks.
Yeah,
Shop around a little bit more.
Let me try to find something. Let's look here. It's gonna be. Let me go to. Let's look up some power outages. Let me find my button here to get to the power outages. We talked about that a moment ago. This is what we've got here in Lauderdale County. We got several folks without power. Let's pull this up where everybody can get a bird's eye view of what we've got going on. Here's what we've got, the latest from EMEPA. If you'll notice, we've got 170 here in Lauderdale County around Meridian without power, 42 as we move up to the Louisville area, and about 10 people down here at Quitman is what we look at this. Let's zoom in on this and look where and this always tells the tale of where we've had some bad storms come across. This is going to be Lauderdale Toom-Suba Road, Minnebucket Road, in that area there. Y'all have had some wind damage right in there. A tree or something most likely has fell on a line there at the end of Minnebucket Road and knocked that out. I'm sure there's a power station right along in there. As you'll see that green, how that stretches back across there. Pop that power right there. We're showing about 5 folks out in the Long Creek area without. Here's Causeyville Road. This is going to be on Shiloh, Vinville Road. We got 5 people without power right there also. So this is just showing that storm as it came across. 76 people right here as it made its way. We could start seeing some power outages right here in the Wynot area. So watch that. Now let me look here and pull up something as we watch this of what's going on. I wanted to see if I could find out our future of what is coming up.
A lot of people are saying it's calm down where they are at.
Yeah, and I can.
Good.
Yeah. I'm getting there. It just takes a second there to pull all of this up. No, I went to the wrong place there, so.
Just got a report. A transformer is on fire in Causeyville area, right across from the fire department.
Oh boy.
Fire department has been contacted, and they are en route at the time, and they are right there right now, with the transformer.
That is good. Let's all right, let me see here. This is what I wanted to look at and describe to you what we've got for future. As this moves out of Lauderdale County, we will have, let's see, it is 8 o'clock now. We'll have another round of storms that make their way from the Jackson area coming through Carthage and Philadelphia around 10:40. We've got another strong system that will be across Newton County around 11:30, and this will also be through Kemper County and Philadelphia. These areas, very, very strong system. By midnight, 12:15, this is all over Newton County as it moves into the northwest corner of Lauderdale County and all of Kemper County. By midnight, 1 a.m., it is going to be pouring rain, 12:45 to 1 a.m. through Lauderdale County. And then hopefully as that exits, it makes its way out of here. So this is not over. We've got another round of heavy rain. Hopefully the next round will not involve tornado warnings. We certainly hope not.
Yeah.
But we do have a lot of rain still to come that's going to come out of this, what we're watching in Vicksburg. Now let's go back here and look of what we've got statewide. We still have about 6 minutes remaining on this tornado warning. We'll take a break after that happens. Let's look at radar where you can see what I'm seeing as we go back to Meridian Honda radar. This area over here at Vicksburg, we got a tornado warning there. We'll have more showers make its way across here. Now, right in here, there are no warnings, but we've got a lot of severe weather happening in Neshoba County. We do have a tornado warning up in Lowndes County, up at Columbus Air Force Base, back in that area. Meehan, right now, not anything big going on, thank goodness. All right, we got a report right there. The Clarkdale area had pea-size hail reported. That's what we had come through that a little bit earlier there, if you'll look at that. I hadn't had anything else reported from Lima in our area. Do appreciate the water there. All right, let's go back in here. This is looking excellent for Lauderdale County as we look at this. Let's see what other kind of updates I've gotten here. Heavy thunder and lightning I'm getting in Scuba at this point. Now, y'all see this, how much better this looks? The threat has really moved out of Lauderdale County. Now, the warning has 4 minutes remaining on it, but the threat has moved on over. We have this area here, and for whatever reason, they did not list a tornado warning here, and this will fade out. This is the worst of it right there in that corner there, Choctaw County, right there on the edge of the line. The leading edge of this is moved on. We'll see if they continue to leave that. All right, Fox 30 now is going to go back to regular programming as this moves out of Lauderdale County and drifts out of here. We thank you for joining us here on Fox 30 for weather coverage. You can follow us on YouTube for full wall-to-wall coverage at Scotty Ray Report. Thank you for joining us here on Fox 30.
Ironic that you say that. Just got a tornado warning
All right.
for Meridian.
Do what now?
Just got a tornado warning for
They've all
Meridian.
expired for Lauderdale County. We don't have
So this
any more
one
here.
just came in.
No, there's not one here. That's
Well, my phone telling me.
yeah, that's not right. And I can double check that. It has expired for Lauderdale County.
Okay.
As we look at this,
Where's this?
expired for Clark County and Lauderdale County, gone. Yeah, we have no more warnings for Lauderdale County. Let's look at the big picture there. You need to get you a new phone, Madison.
Can you buy me one, please?
All right, here's what we've got remaining. Let's go over what's happening around the state, and then we'll take a break and let everybody have a little time off. We do have a tornado warning until 8:30, Yantley, Alabama, this area there. This is going to go until 8:30. Should be dying out before long there.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. It updated the time. I was very confused on why I got a new issued warning from my phone. Thank you.
So that's gone. So if you live in Lauderdale County, all things are good. Now let's look at Lauderdale County. Neshoba County, we move up through here. We have a lot of rain from Union. The east side of Highway 16 here, this is going to be going to Preston, Linville. A lot of storms involved with this. It should get there by 8:30. No warning involved with it, just a lot of rain there. Again, up to the north here, we watch all of this around Columbus Air Force Base. That has finally faded out as well. We move back across over here to just north of Vicksburg, Yazoo City, these areas here. We have a tornado warning here that's running 58-mile shear winds. This until 8:45. This is a tornado warning for Yazoo, southwestern Yazoo, and east central Issaquah County. And that's going to run until, let's see here, 8:04 until 8:20. That goes until 8:45. I almost had that confused. All right, those are what we've got right now. We got a lot of fog up here at Hot Springs. We are going to have more rain before this is all over and done.
Later tonight around 11
Yeah.
is
So-
the projected time.
So we have weather, but no warnings right at this time. So we're going to take a break and let you get back to what you were doing. Should it become a threat again, we'll join you live once again. I want to say thank you from all of us here for being here and joining us for this broadcast. We do appreciate it. We'll be back and on standby at any time should the weather become a threat to let you know what's going on. Thank y'all so much. We'll continue the coverage at the Scotty Ray Report.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: